Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, The Wisdom Fountain. My name is Tiffany Rochelle, and I am honored that you decided to take a time to come and spend a little bit of it with me. So before I get started, I just want to do housekeeping and just try to kind of lay the ground rules and actually, in all honesty, get my jitters out of the way. So I actually used to do a lot of social media a while ago, over the last several years. But then when the pandemic hit, then I just kind of decided to take a break. So I haven't been on social media for about 2.5 years. And in all honesty, it's been lovely. It has been lovely. I'm not afraid of social media. I'm not ashamed. I'm pretty okay with it, but I was just tired. And I didn't feel like being in the fray. And so I avoided it as long as I could until I got the assignment. I got the call. It said, go back to social media. So here I am. And you're probably saying, well, who are you? That's a good question. My name is Tiffany Rochelle, and I am a leadership strategist and an accountability coach. And I help kingdom-focused leaders to bring natural balance to their supernatural lives. So for those of you out there who are believers and who are working in the marketplace, who are entrepreneurs, who are ministers, who are in the pulpit or on the street, I help you, your type, my type, to actually incorporate the kingdom in the marketplace and to go through the trials and the dramas and the struggles that actually occur trying to do so. I help people to face those challenges, to move through those transitions, and to get themselves aligned and get themselves into place. So what makes me the expert? Honestly, I went through a lot of stuff myself. I've been through several deaths. I've been through several moves through states. I've been through a couple of marriages. I've been through some kids. Mine are all grown. Now I'm currently going through a grandchild. And the numerous leaders that are around me, that I coach, that I mentor, that I help to guide, sometimes I live vicariously through them. But all of these experiences have given me insight and wisdom that now, quite honestly, it's time to share. Like I was saying before, I was enjoying being quiet. I'm not the kind of person who needs to stand on the rooftops and scream about what I know or look for platforms to be seen. There's nothing wrong with it. For all those who love it, I really applaud you. That's not me. And so I'll be honest once again and say that being here in this moment and speaking is actually a challenge for me. But it's also an assignment. And I believe that we have to be obedient to assignment. And so since I am in the process of being obedient, you will begin to see me more often. You will begin to hear me more often. Again, not because I'm looking for notoriety or attention, but because I'm on assignment to help, to seek, to find those leaders, those people who are looking to have that breakthrough in their leadership, who are looking to transition to the next level in their leadership, who are trying to figure out certain conversations, some spiritual, some entrepreneurial, some economical, some all over the place, because we're here, we're living in this life, and these are real conversations. So my aim is to have these real world conversations in real time, but help, again, bring the spiritual balance to it. So just a little bit about myself again. I've been in leadership for as long as I can remember. I am the best-selling author of a leadership book entitled Dear Leader. I'll show it to you later. Dear Leader, a guide for leaders through peace, pandemic, and protests. And I'm really proud of the work. not just because I wrote it, but because of the impact that it's having on leaders and their lives. Leaders are struggling. And whether you want to admit it, whether you want to acknowledge it, if the shoe fits for you, it's okay. There's no shame in it. This is the space that you get to have it, see it, feel it, acknowledge it, and then move through it. Again, back to my own personal story. I, as a leader, have struggled. I've struggled with even having the desire to keep going. Now, I'm not talking about ending life. I'm just saying that sometimes when we're walking through our assignment, it could feel like we're wearing lead boots, and that our hardest and most diligent efforts are really not making a difference. They're not making a dent. They're not making an impact. And it can make you feel like, what's the point? What's the purpose? I've experienced it. I understand it very well. But I also have tips, tools, and understanding on how to get through it. And you can get through it. And at this pivotal time, I feel like it's imperative that we band together, that we put aside the wartime conversation. Because let's be honest, a lot of people are on social media bashing each other, fighting each other. Leaders are calling each other out. Who's right? Who's wrong? And it's just a lot of noise. So I'm seeking to bring some peace, some harmonious conversation, and some enlightenment. So again, this is just my introductory video. What I'll tell you are some things that you can look forward to. You can look forward to hearing about generational curses, generational blessings. You can look forward to hearing about leadership identity. You can look forward to hearing about relationships and marriage and emotional damage. Isn't that's a meme or something, right? And some humor, because I think I'm funny sometimes. So all of these things will be here. That's why it's called a fountain. Wisdom is not just one size. Wisdom is just not one-sided. So I will look to incorporate all these things into the conversations that I have been divinely led to partake in. I hope that this will be a space that brings you comfort, but also brings you clarity and invigorates you and moves you and motivates you and inspires you and activates you to move forward in whatever space that you're in this life and whatever assignment that you've been given divinely. So I think over the next week, I'm still figuring out which all platforms I'm going to be on and how they're going to look. So I thank you again for your patience. I know for sure that there will be a Facebook group. So as I start to enter into these conversations, if you want to join the Facebook group to go deeper and actually have interaction and go on lives, I'll give you the information to go there. I will be having a podcast, so you'll be able to hear me on a podcast. As a matter of fact, I'm recording it right now. So whoever listens to the podcast version will be able to say, oh, she was doing both at the same time. I'm not perfect. I don't strive to be. But I know that things will get better as time goes on. And as you engage with me and I engage with you, because I'm conversational, our understanding will improve. And I, again, appreciate your patience and I appreciate your participation. I'm trying to think, did I forget anything else? Who I am, you guys know that, check, Tiffany Rochelle. What I do, why I'm here, yes. So the links for contacting me will be below, I guess in the bio. But for those that are listening, you can send emails with questions or conversations at visitthewisdomfountain@gmail.com. And I'll keep putting the links and putting the web pages and all those things together, I'll continue to share them with you. I know one of our first conversations that I will be going live or speaking in depth about will be generational curses. So I want to pose a question to you who are listening to this now. Do you believe that your family is operating under a generational curse or generational curses? And if so, which ones can you identify? There are no frivolous questions that I ask, and I really want you to contemplate and think about it, because when I come back, we will be having more discussion about it, to not just pull out what it is that you're going through, but come up with solutions and better understandings. I hope to be a calm, peaceful voice in the midst of all the chaos and the numerous voices that come around. And I just thank you and graciously invite you to indulge and spend some time with me. If it's for you, great. If it's not, that's cool too. But I'm just thankful to be here, and I'll be here on assignment for however long that'll be. So once again, welcome to the Wisdom Fountain. I look forward to seeing you, and I'll update you as to when I'll be going live and how often it will be, because I'm still working the kinks out myself. Until the next time, this is Tiffany Rochelle signing off. See ya. Bye.